Ladies and gentlemen, a quick one. I read this post about why degree holders are failing in the labor market, why degree holders are failing in reality. So that was written by Apostle Pride Sibia. I don't know if I'm pronouncing the name correctly. I read this morning. Actually, in the post, the man was actually sharing my thoughts. He has already written everything about what I think degree holders to do. Or perhaps you are still in school, then what you need to do, I just want to step it down inside this video, right? And it's going to help you. If you have a degree, if you are a degree holder right now, either first degree, second degree, or you are even a professor, or you have PhD, it will interest you to know that the formula to creating wealth or to solving the problems, the reality right now, is far from that certificate. And what is the new way to create wealth now? And what are the new ways to have to become a person of value and make impact in the society? I'm just going to be brief. There's so much to discuss. But before you continue listening to this video, I want you to have it at the back of your mind that until you become a person of value, right, you might not be able to change much in your world. And by your word, I mean your bank account, your impact, legacy, everything else. A lot of times, people who are in the educational sector, like classroom, they feel like they are already making an impact. But the truth is, they are not making much. If you are making anything, you are only teaching people how to read and write. That's what you are doing. But any other thing, especially from the tertiary, I don't think you are doing much, because the essence of education, as described by Henry Ford, is there are those that are able to transform their knowledge into reality, their thoughts, whatever they've learned, it can come to reality. People can see it. And until you're able to do that, I am sorry, your degrees and certificates actually does not mean anything. I know a lot of people will not agree with me when I say this, but me and you know that it's the bitter truth. I want you to look around you. If you're watching me right now, just look around you, your family, your immediate people, environment, and then count how many people have this degree, right? And then try to look out for what is the impact of that degree in their life. Also, it depends on your definition, actually. But like I said earlier, you must take, for example, if you are an electrical engineer, or you are a mechanical engineer, or you study agric. For me, you should be able to use that knowledge to create something of value. Take, for example, if you study agric, you should be able to have a farm where you rear fish, if you are into fishery, or where you produce crops, so that the humanity benefits from your knowledge, meaning that what you learn is not just in your head, but you can bring it to life. It means you are learned. Other than that, you just have some buckle of information inside your head that is not actually useful. If you pretend that you are teaching others, then the people you are teaching, how far are they able to implement what you are teaching them? These are the questions people are not asking. And when I say look around you and see graduates, you find out that a lot of them are struggling. They are struggling to look for a job that they can create, that their knowledge, if really they've learned, they can create. For some of you that are meeting me for the first time, I was a lecturer in the university, one of the prestigious universities in Nigeria, for over 2 years before resigning. And I was teaching industrial chemistry, right? But a lot of things were missing from what I wanted to see. The education is not completely bad. It's only not systematically structured so that it produces value, right? So that it makes you it makes you valuable, or makes you productive, or make you worthy of something, like impact, real life impact. In case you have a degree right now and you are suffering, you are struggling in the environment, you don't know what to do, you can't even get a job, I have communicated to so many graduates, and I can understand their problem because I came from there. Even right now, I have a lot of staffs working with me. So in a lot of ways, I found out that even while working, it is still difficult for some of them to switch to becoming a person of value because they are so much certificate dependent. They are still so much salary dependent because that's what they are trained to do, and that's what they can do best. To even have the switch is a problem. Now, if you are listening to me right now, take your time to listen. I'm going to give you 6 tips I learned from that's Apostle Pride, and I want to share with you. I don't want this to just go down like I've read it. I told you, if really you want to learn from what I am teaching you, it is what I'm doing that I'm teaching you. And where you are seeing me right now is one of my offices in Abuja. Recently, I just have another office, and I'm going to be employing millions of people. And one good thing with me is not just as a staff, I want to train them to become entrepreneurs. Now, that's by the way. And if you want to join my team, you can just message me. Thank you for watching, Azara. Thank you for commenting. Yeah, thank you. I want to appreciate you guys. Now, 6 things. Number 1, I'm going to brief. Think beyond certificate. If you want to become a billionaire, think beyond certificate. Your value, your worth, it is not in the paper you have been given. It is in what you can do. In my own country, Nigeria, they said it is about certificates, like what you can do with your hands or what your brain can make you achieve physically in reality that can impact life, that can help humanity. It is not in papers. I have told this to people time without number. Except if that paper guarantee you to be able to have that self-worth and value. When employing you, they don't actually need to train you, just little guidance, and you can do that thing. Then you now understand what it means to have certificates. Otherwise, forget about it. So think beyond certificate. There's a book I'm writing right now. So, but this seems like it's closer to the topic, which I even coined the. So you need to think, see yourself beyond the certificate. Keep the certificate aside and ask yourself, what can I do? What can I offer? Then you can sincerely answer this question. You are there. If you cannot answer, you are still playing. Number 2, prioritize talent and gift over certificates. Now, how can somebody that is so good at, perhaps, for example, is so good at, say, singing, or is so good at, say, some unique talents that is inbuilt? Take, for example, I love to mingle with people, just to manage people, just to, influence people, just like I'm doing in this video now. I want to make sure that you have updates. Like, I so love people, and it seems like I am more of a leader that is influential, that really care about people. This is inbuilt. I can dedicate my time to teaching people for a long time, even without paying me. And I never get bored. This is in me. So I was actually following that talent by going to university to teach. But I also found out that I was impacting some kind of knowledge that is not really useful at this time. That's why we say university is not completely absurd, but there's a lot of things there that need to be set right. Right? We don't say you shouldn't go to school, but ask yourself, the course you are studying, the discipline you are now, how does it connect to either your talent or your gift or something you can offer? By the way, have you discovered your talent? I'm coming there. But you must prioritize, find something in you that is beyond that certificate, that without the certificate, you can do it as a gift from God or as a talent. Part of the job I've come to do actually is to help people discover their talent, right? But if you think more of that talent than the certificate, I think you are better, because that one do more of what you can do than just ordinary paper. And by the way, how many millions and billions of people have this certificate that you can see them in the society that they are not making any impact? They are not. You possibly have one now, but if they ask you, where you don't know your left from your right, possibly. Then number 3, you must learn a skill that prepare you for the reality. Ladies and gentlemen, after resigning from my job as a lecturer, I started learning tech skills, digital marketing, how to sell to people online, business, entrepreneurship. And by the way, I'm becoming a coach now. Another business is coming out of business to show you that, for example, I'm impacting directly what I learned physically, practically. I have set of students that I'm teaching right now, 12 months under my mentorship. And the target is you have to learn how to turn your knowledge into your first $1 million. I am in the same journey. But guess what? A lot of people are already turning thousands to millions, which is an answer to my question that, look, it's just a matter of time and more strategies. Millions will also turn to billions. You have to be productive. Some people will misunderstand this and start be thinking that you need to have, is it all about money? Is it all about money? Any knowledge you have in your head that cannot be converted to wealth, that cannot make your life better or that of others better, it is not a knowledge, it is a waste of information. Perhaps the information is even correct, but your inability to be able to convert it into physical use, it is a waste. Think around it. Whatever we are benefiting today was as a result of a knowledge that somebody learned. So what about you? Are you really considering converting your knowledge into product or services to benefit the humanity? Because that is the real gap between the paper certificate and the reality. You must be able to turn it into use so that it becomes active and productive. It serves others. So, ladies and gentlemen, you either attach it, like if you have a gift, the gift can further be developed, the talent can further be developed into something beautiful, into business, into product, into services that people now enjoy. Are you following? Now, that's number 3. Number 4, take a journey on personal discovery more serious than the school itself. While you are in school, can you kindly just think about who are you? What do you want in this world? Do you know how many dreams have been wasted and will still be wasted in years to come because they only choose that certificate over their personal discovery, their personal development, over their talent, over their gifts? In fact, they choose to study that course because they just want to get the paper so that one government work or somebody will recommend them somewhere by miracle, somehow it will just happen. Now, life does not happen by chance. It is very, very intentional. I mean, success does not happen by chance. You have to plan it and get there. And part of the planning demand that whatever information or knowledge you're going to be taking yourself through, you have to be overly intentional. Some of us, we went down all through 8 years I spent in the university without even knowing why I was studying that course. I only needed to be in school. In fact, my parents were proud that I'm doing very well studying chemistry. But if you ask me sincerely, why did I choose to study chemistry? I don't know. That's it. Why? And anything you are doing that you don't know why you are doing it is somebody's idea. Right? Are you following? So you need to really, really discover yourself. And one of the things you can do to discover yourself is to keep learning self-help books. Watch this kind of video. Begin to take action. Are you following? Please comment if I'm making sense. Because you need to change from waiting for life to happen and then going after to make life happen. Success don't come to you. You go to success. And that certificate you have or the degrees you have actually is not capable or strong enough or have the potential to be able to bring success to your doorstep. So the only way, if possible, that success comes to your doorstep is you so develop yourself in value, skills, and potentials that people want to willingly come and buy your product or take your services, even when you are not willing to give. This is the only way success can come after you because you are already successful. Are you learning? But certificate has not positioned you in that manner. That's why you keep chasing jobs instead of becoming a billionaire that creates value. And by the way, that's the next step. Number 5, take personal initiative beyond what you have been taught. Okay, I've not gotten there. You see, whatever the lecturers or whosoever is teaching you, you are a student. I mean, you should be a student, not a follower. What did I mean by you should be a student? A student is able to really sieve through the knowledge or the information is given and be able to pick what is right for him in terms of personality and what they can amplify to really make things work. Everybody is unique. Now, if you just follow the pool, everybody is going to school, you went to school. Now, everybody is out of school, you are out of school. Now, everybody is not getting job, you are not also getting job. But have you really sat down to take your personal initiative? Aside this school that I'm into right now or that I'm done with, what else can I lay my hands on and do it very well that I can be identified with, that people can afford to trust me on? Have you asked yourself this question? And this is the missing link. Because everybody is walking around with certificates, you are also walking around with certificates. And then you are not making any difference. But you are different from them actually. You don't think like they think. Do you agree with me? I'm sure you do. So your personal initiative go a long way in creating your uniqueness and your unique environment and territory where people come and really recognize you that, look, you are different. And you are different. Aren't you? Aren't you? You can even study the same course, but the way you take it, or what you learn from it. This video I'm doing right now, some people will listen to it and say it's a useless talk. That's their perception. That's the information they have. They believe so much in the certificate, but guess what? That certificate has been hurting them. Some people is just ego. They can't lay down their ego to really see beyond the certificate because the certificate has been their pride. That's the only biggest thing they have achieved. Are you learning? Are you learning? Number 6, which is the last one here. Position yourself to create a job, not to search for jobs. When I left the university, ladies and gentlemen, listen carefully. When I left the university, it was as if nothing is going to happen. But I was so passionate about the dreams I have and so convinced that I can get things done. The courage and audacity has to be there. Things are tough. Actually, right now where you are, things might be tough for you. And it will continuously be tough until you become tougher. You must become tougher. That's the only way to make a difference. I was watching a video made by Adnan Sani, one guy in Ghana, and he said something that the target is not to spend less, but the target is to make more. Because obviously you are supposed to keep spending. So you don't have to worry about your expenses. Worry about how much income you are making. The same thing is happening here. So the target is for you to create a job. If you cannot even create a job, how can you become so valuable that people want to create a job alongside with you? Like you can form partnership in something. At least you form part of the creation. See, you can never be wealthy until you can create. If you are a consumer, I am telling you, let me stop here. If you enjoyed this video, please subscribe. I am building this community and I want to help a lot of people that have certificates transform their life into much valuable that they can see beyond the certificate. I have done it. I am not giving you stories. The salary I was taking back then, after 2-3 years now, I can afford to pay, I think I'm paying not less than 30 people right now. 30 people, the same salary that I was taking in a month, I can pay more. I am paying, not that I can pay. I am paying more than 30 people right now on my payroll. And I'm planning to multiply them in multiples, in millions. Wealth is created. It is not assumed. It is not by wishing. It is not by the certificate. If lecturers know how to create wealth, they would have been teaching you how to do it. These things are not taught in university. It's self-learned. That's why I hear about self-billionaires, self-made billionaires. The moment I start thinking about becoming a billionaire, I start reading their history, start reading their lifestyles. And that's what I'm practicing. Some of you will be shocked that I'm talking like this today. But in the past, if you don't have a degree, you have nothing to show me. Do you notice how the perception has changed and how my value system have changed? Nobody is arguing with your certificate. But what can you do? That's the question. My name is Kabir A. Abdulkadir. Like I said, if you enjoyed this session, please don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to share with others. Also comment so that we feel like, okay, we have communicated and you've learned. Thank you, and we'll do this some other time. Bye-bye for now.